Hi guys, it's me T coming at you with a brand new video. It's a mediumship video, or podcast rather. Give me 1 second. Thank you, Spirit. We are literally utilizing the both Hanukkah and Christmas vibes. And this bee is excited. She's excited to bring it to you today because I know a lot of people would silently appreciate the aspect of me giving a mediumship reading with my James Bond Prague, talking to heaven, talking to spirit, mediumship oracle cards. So I'm very grateful for that. In the background, you'll be hearing some noise from time to time, as well as my pupster that you guys have all seen on Instagram. So I'm excited for this reading for today, and all of our energies coming together as one, in the highest and best way. Doggo just confirmed that. Pupsta. Remember Napster? I think of that when I say that. Okay, anyhow. Thank you. Okay. Listen, we brought the wrong toy in right now. Hey. Where's your bone? Good girl. You're not in trouble. Where's your bone? Oh, play with this. Play with this. Okay. That's a good one. Okay. So anyhow, what I want to say here was, good girl. What I want to say here was the energy of today in terms of what we're working with is Sunday. The feng shui themed day that I have labeled it to be is career. Okay. Sorry, while I get settled in. So it's career. And then this is into tomorrow, which all day tomorrow is knowledge, spirituality, self-love, and self-care. Okay. Self-love for divine feminine, self-care for the divine masculines. Because I feel like it's a yin and yang, you know? Which is honestly, as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, that shit is so super deep. But anyhow, so any type of healing work you do there, it's deep healing. So the card for today is I'm sorry, please forgive me. Okay. I feel as though people are definitely healing from a lot of the first thing that came to mind is suicide. And then the second thing that came to mind, I guess the yin and the yang. So the yin to the yang is literally people needing to leave a certain way, like, you know, just definitely unhealed or like without closure, but also leaving like on the holidays, or like having it be the first holiday without a person, right? So there, you know, there could be a lot of just kind of maybe anger coming up because there's a lot of light, and people just, you know, again, the holidays are a part of the healing process. It's never gonna, I just told my dog this morning, I'm like, you know, it's the holidays, but you can't literally not listen to me because of the holidays, right? So that's just kind of like when people are going through something like, so it could be both high and low is what I'm trying to say. So at your lowest, you have to listen to intuition and talk to God, right? At your highest, you have to listen to intuition and talk to God. That's kind of like where the saying comes from, like, never make a decision when you're happy, you know, like that's what I feel like it's connected to. So it's kind of like, you know, you just have to always be listening and being super loyal to intuition and your intuition, but also, you know, talking to heaven, talking to spirit, talking to God. When I say spirit, it's literally the ones that have crossed over, the ones, the ancestors, the ones that have, well, ancestors are more so those that maybe you have passed before you, right, without knowing them, or those that have, I'm going to just say it this way. I mean, it could be one or either or both, but like a blend of the both. But my whole thing is, my whole thing is like, I think that this is more so targeted at those that have, you know, lived with you in this lifetime and crossed over. So you know them, right? So I am sorry, please forgive me. Yeah, that's just the energy of today. So also forgiveness is, I think, a big ordeal today where, you know, a Grinch like me needs to do a lot of healing in the forgiveness area. But also, it's very interesting. It's like, I feel like, I don't know, like I don't really want to talk about it, but even though the card's saying please, so I don't know what I should do. I'm like back and forth about it. Somebody is saying please talk about it, so I think I will. When it comes down to it, I think, oh yeah, you know what? I feel into it. It's definitely, forgiveness does need to be talked about. So I feel like the happy people, the genuinely happy people, those that are happy for others, right? They're easily to let go of shit that goes on, right? But it all is in combination with how you're built. Like if you have a lot of Scorpio in your chart, like you're gonna take a motherfucker down, like to the fucking, you know, like you're gonna take them down and out. Like it basically, like you know, kind of it's kind of like you want to take him out so bad that you're gonna take it with you to the grave. Like that's just how I feel. Like, excuse me, where are you going, dude? We're gonna go run this out in just a little bit. Just calm down, calm down. Thank you. And so long story short, it's like, so it's a combination, right? The forgiveness is a combination between, obviously, confirmations all over the place when this chick wants to play with the loud ass toy of confirmation. Okay. So, what I wanted to say here was, yeah, there's just literally, what happened? I don't hear a damn thing. Okay, hold on one second, guys. Hold on. The one literal bitch that can get maybe Luna off the phone is my dog barking in the background, because not many can, I feel. All right, so anyhow, it says I have so the midway happy way, and maybe I'll talk about forgiveness in a second, but I am like just settling into the energies for a second, and I'm also just coming into like having my first cup of tea, so I'm not that like I'm woke, but I'm not awake. So it says I have become one of your guides, is the midway happy way card. This is basically, I mean, so much so for the fucking healers out there that need kind of a deeper understanding of like step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay. And that's how I feel like there's a flow here. A flow of emotions as well, in terms of like maybe what to look out for. So, you know, if it's fresh, it's I'm sorry, please forgive me. Then, you know, I'm gonna say it's fresher, but if it's fresh, it's gonna be like this. If it has already happened, this is how it is at the now moment of today. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but try to make sense of it, because we're in Mercury retrograde, okay? It says, I have become one of your guides. And so that card is, like I said, more so for the healers where, you know, you can reach out to them and they can literally, they're kind of meant to be your guide in this life, where you can comfortably talk to them so that you can talk to God, if that makes any sense, to get through what you're going through. It's really interesting. Some people might have the dark thoughts of wanting to join their loved ones, but just resist that shit is what I wanted to say, because if it was you that was meant to go out, it would have been you, you know? So maybe there's like also kind of like people that are maybe experiencing that kind of I forgot how to put it. It's like the guilt, survivor's guilt. So you may have, you know, death happens in all different ways, and you may have literally maybe like experienced death right next to you, or, you know, right in front of you, or, you know, maybe both of you should have died type of thing, if it was super intense. And so you're kind of like surviving in terms of like you've lived it, now you're living on your own, but then also it's kind of like, why you, right? So that common, it's a very common thought, you know, when you're facing survivor's guilt. But just know that today's the day that is kind of like, I'm gonna say, and it's very interestingly so, I said this at the beginning, like in transition from Halloween to Christmas, I knew that there was gonna be some sort of like there's gonna be some sort of like not mix up in a negative way, but mash up, right, of both Halloween and Christmas this year. And I just felt like that. I just felt like that is how it's gonna be. But it's kind of also sort of wild because I don't know how else to put it other than this way, but do I put it in this way? Okay, so I'm gonna just put it in this way. So a lot of, not to be religious about it at all, even though it's a religious type of day, but I'm just not. I just noticed that a lot of, well, I don't know if I want to say it, because it is kind of half and half. I don't know. All right, so I'm just not going to say it because I don't think it's like, it's not that important. But my whole thing is, when it comes down to it, I think let's put the religion together in this way. So today, on this special day, there's a union between two triangles, right? The upward triangle is the Christmas tree. The downward triangle is more so a receiver, of which is the Jewish. I was gonna say Jewish Kwanzaa. That is so fucking funny. Jewish Halloween. No, not Jewish Halloween. Excuse me, but maybe that's okay. So Spirit literally does want me to say it, because that's what I literally was gonna say before. It's not Jewish Halloween. There are a lot more Jews in this world, I feel, that are mediums rather than you know, the Christian or the Catholic types. And I don't know why, but I just feel like, oh, here's why, is because they're receivers. That's what I wanted to say. So as with the religion, the receiver is the Jewish religion. The kind of the giving up to God, like I guess surrendering, and or, you know, I guess like just the Yang version. So the Yin version is the Judaism. The Yang version is Catholicism and Christianity, that type of thing. And so literally, but by the way, happy holidays to everybody, even Kwanzaa. So I don't know why that all came through, but that was like so funny. It all came through all at once. But that's honestly what's really going on, right? Like all the holidays are coming through all at once, I feel, especially on this day today. And so what I want to say is, for the healers, it really requires, like, today is all about time and timing and divine timing. So you're going to have a little patience with the union of it all, okay? So yeah, so that's just a weird ass, like, if you don't want to do something, that also was a part of this reading. Like, if you don't want to do something today and you're meant to go do something about something, like, you're kind of even going to be forced to fucking do it, because it's going to come out where it's like, it's going to come out in a way that you don't want it to come out, but also it's meant to come out because the truth is supposed to come out, right? So in terms of what you were thinking. So it's kind of like it's like a true blessing, I just feel. So yeah, so this is a day to really do your best in terms of reaching out to the healers, and reaching out to and when I say healers, I mean those that have healed you throughout the year. But also reaching out to your spirit guides, to your guardian angels, right? It could be, and here's the thing, I love it because guardian angels are literally the happy midway between both, like that's the commonality between, Judaism and Catholicism, is like, if you even see it in the decorations, like I know there's maybe a lot more angel looking stuff in the decor for Christmas, but like it's very invisible in Judaism, I feel. And so, but if you can find like something like silver, silver and gold, it could be both, right? Because it just is, it can be. But more so, silver is like, I guess, the divine feminine energy, and the gold is divine masculine. So it's like the moon and the sun, right? The moon is silver, and then the sun is the gold. So it has a lot to do with yin and yang energy. It has a lot to do with, divine timing, unions happening, right? I also feel as though, what else did I want to say? So the angels are like a super midway, happy way between the two. Like even if you think about the decor of it all, like it would tend to both all of the religions, right? Like that's the beauty of it all. That's why I love angels, because they're just a union of sorts, It's like they're non-denominational is what I'm trying to say. Even spirit at that point, because we all, and why I say that is because we all fucking, no matter what religion we all are birthed and we all die out. That's the commonality between our, human lives amongst one another. So it's like, and then hence we turn into spirit, whether you believe it or not, or you don't believe it or not, doesn't matter, because of the fact that it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, and some people can pick up on it more due to their, higher belief system in it, rather than it be so non-believing in because of religion said so, or so and so, right? It's like kind of like you didn't allow it, you closed the door on it, so it's like that gift didn't really open up for you, but at the same time, or open up for others that don't believe in it. But because the door is closed, you have to have kind of a open mind about it. You have to have also boundaries put up, where people like think that it's like scary, but it's like not. It's just the same as if you were to go out into the world and you're talking to a human being, but really it's kind of like, so like if you were, let's say you're getting bullied, or let's say somebody's talking to you in a fucked up way, right? Like, who are you? Like, my whole thing is you have to create the endurance within yourself to tell people and to tell spirit in the same way to go fuck off, right? Like there has to be that thick skin with it. And that's why I think people are maybe a little bit more afraid. And obviously the movies have depicted like weird fear factor shit. But honestly, if you are a person of moral hygiene, and I'm going to say it that way, where you keep shit real clean, real nice, like, you literally are like, that matters to you, then literally you have nothing to worry about, because you can stand up for your moral hygiene. And that is basically what will kind of, what's it called? Like, just deflect others from your energy. You know what I'm saying? So you don't even have to worry about shit being like, scary at that point. And I'm very grateful for that. And I think the ones that kind of make it scary, it could be scary if you don't have the boundaries up. It could be scary if you're like exploring shit that like isn't meant for you, or that is creepy and you're going against your own gut feeling. Like, you know, there has to, again, just don't side with the fucking negatively creepy. You know what I'm saying? There's creepy that kind of is safe, you know, but then there's the creepy that is kind of like, you know, and it's not maybe creepy, it's more eerie, right? Than creepy. And so you can get the eerie safeness, but there's the creepy unsafetyness that we don't fuck with, because ain't nobody in this world gonna make me feel unsafe, right? Because I know what I put out into this world, and that's where you know, I personally draw the line. So, and quite honestly, I think that's what makes me a really good medium and a really good like what's it called, like reader in general, right? Just, and also person. Like I don't let like, if I see fuckery happen, like I don't let that shit happen to me and like, oh, give the person the benefit of the doubt. I don't do that, because it's like, you know, I don't expect that from anybody doing it for me. I expect myself to uphold myself in a grandeur type of way, right? Where it's like, you know, if no one is to judge you, like at the end of the day, how would you be, right? Like if no one was there to stand up for you, how would you be? You would literally have to make sure that all your fucking ducks are in a row. You're in alignment. You know, there's nothing really to be fucked with. Like they can't really quote unquote find anything on you type of thing. Like that's the type of hygiene you have to have. It's like where you're kind of more self-protection mode rather than anybody else, but also you're more self-reliant, more sturdy, more stabilized in your character, you know? Because even if somebody picks up on like that you are a sturdy character and is willing to, you know, honor you in that sense, that's just extra beautiful. But you're not working for that. You're just working for the aspect of, you know, it's for you. It's for you to feel clean. It's for you to feel good. It's for you to feel, you know, somebody, do I talk about it? It made my day the other day. You know, I go throughout my days like just kind of doing me and like not really expecting much out of anything and just, you know, taking life as it comes, right? And there was a cashier the other day and I handed her cash, right? And she said to me, "You don't know how refreshing it is to," and we were in like a slummy type of store, right? Like, so I understand when she said what she said, but what she said was, "You don't know how refreshing it is to be handed money and not have it thrown at you." And I said, and I turned around and I said to her, "Respect is a very big thing to me." And that's what I literally stand up for. It's not even for other people to respect me more, like, you know, like overdoing anything. I give it out as much as I receive it. And honestly, it is supposed to be, what is it called? It's supposed to be reciprocated immediately. So that immediate, what is it called? Immediate shit, it's not coming to me. But you know when people say it's like the immediate, is it gratitude? Immediate, it's like immediate happiness. I forgot what it is, but that is the only time. I don't expect it, but I really do think that we should always be on that level of humanity where it's like it's a tit for tat in a good way, where it's like if I open the door, you're gonna just say fucking thank you. It's immediate gratification. Thank you, spirit. That's what I'm talking about. So I believe in immediate gratification when it comes to respect. Absolutely. And I give it. So the whole thing is, it's like I'm not gonna like expect it if I don't give it, but if I give it, I absolutely expect it. And thank you, A-Team. I'm blending both. I expect respect. Exactly. And the expectation is respect, vice versa. So, but the whole thing is, this is all about forgiveness too, that somebody might need to hear, is like, I'm not going to be there, like, you know, hammering, you know, this thought into somebody else's beliefs, like, oh, I'm supposed to be receiving, just as much as I give immediately so, because of the and usually it's not immediately so too in other ways. Like, it's not that clean cut. It's more so, again, being in your self-love and self-care to do enough for yourself in terms of self-respect, to like if you throw money at somebody, it's like, do you throw money at, and actually that could be a good thing too, right? If somebody throws money at you. But my, because I'm like, I do, in a good way, absolutely would welcome that too. You know what I'm saying? But there is a different type of throwing money at somebody in a disrespectful way, right? So, but the whole thing is, it's like, when it comes to that, I don't know what I was saying there, but when it comes to that, it really needs to be reciprocated, and it needs to, honestly, first and foremost, be for you. You need to be the treatment that you want to see out in the world. And sometimes people expect too much without giving too much, and that's not, it's like, I'm not even sorry about that. Like, if that's you, that means that you're doing something wrong, or that means that you're just not accepting the fact that not everything that you do will come back to you. You know what I'm saying? And that's genuine giving, when you don't expect everything that you do to come back to you. And that's a beautiful thing. That is a wonderful thing. But when it comes to like human to human treatment, I do expect that respect back immediately. As immediate as possible, right? Like that, but that's all kind of relative in terms of the way that, a case can go down in terms of a situation. So I just want to let you guys know that, like, you need to forgive the aspect of the minor, but also the major, and that adds to your happiness when you do. And a part of forgiveness is just acceptance that, like, it's real when people say that, like, you have to just accept somebody of their incapabilities. You know what I'm saying? Like, a dead person is incapable of coming back. So you have to accept that, if you've lost something and you're going through some grief in terms of maybe like a big loss, materialistically, that's a grieving, but you have to accept that, like, maybe that's a part of your karma in this life. Maybe there's a lesson that needed to be learned there, and that's what it's for. But also, it's very interesting because we have to also accept that things come in phases. Things come like in and out, like seasons too, where it's like there's a time for, just as much as winter comes in, we have to let go in winter. And then we have to, because our harvest, and it's very interesting because we just came through the harvest season, which is like gather all the shit that all your good karma, basically. And then, in the winter, it's like we hibernate. So we kind of like sit still with it. And we kind of also may have to let go of the excess of a lot more stuff that needs to happen. You know what I'm saying? And that's just to add to a happier life. So, but yet there is still that grieving in terms of like, damn, you lost a big thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a big thing that you lost, but at the same time, maybe you didn't respect it enough. Maybe, you just have to kind of come to terms with, if it's not that you didn't respect it enough, maybe it's the fact that you just couldn't keep up with the keeping up of it. And, and life is really funny in the way that it pans out. Sometimes it really gives you a negative, so that you can, turn around, reroute, go a different way, like a detour, and go on a detoured route to where, you get to like meet somebody because something didn't pan out. You know what I'm saying? Very interesting, So just, again, keep an open mind, know that your guides are there for you, and know that they are literally guiding you through all of this and listening to your thoughts, and if it's not a reciprocation right away in terms of what they can give you, it's because that they are literally still learning how to be your guide, and literally still learning the process of how you know, what you have to do when you cross over, you know what I'm saying? Because that's a whole different process, obviously, you know. So give me 1 second. And that's an intelligence, by the way, that no one fucking would know in our like, I guess, in our contained meat suits up in this thing we call up on it's like up in this thing we call Earth, up on this planet we call Earth. Up in this planet we call Earth. All right, so tomorrow is I'm with the rest of the family. So I think there's definitely transitions happening. And it's very interesting because I'm sorry, please forgive me is like spirit is asking for forgiveness, which is a yin card. And then the midway happy way card is kind of like tuning into the unity of all, you know, unity of both parties. And then the yang aspect of tomorrow is more like, what's it called? It's more fiery, it's more yang, and it's I'm with the rest of the family. Like that's how it's depicted on the cards, like white, blue, and then kind of like orange, like fiery orange. So it's like there's this purity, like, and maybe that's how we have to kind of see you know, life on the other side. It's like somebody is being reborn, there's a repurification. And obviously in the whole, you know, Jesus type of religion, you know, he's being kind of quote unquote reborn, you know. So that's just to say that, you know, there is kind of like a an allowance of forgiveness that we have to do. And that's what makes this whole aspect of life right now really fucking magical in terms of just unconditional love. And like, you know, divine magic is like there's a purity in its really good miracles right now, you know. There's a rebirth happening, and then there's like a unity of sorts where somebody really does become, like somebody elevates or escalates into becoming one of your guides, which means that they transitioned and they did really well on the other side, right? And then now it's kind of like I'm with the rest of the family. It's like not only are they with you and your family here on Earth, but also they are, you know, with the rest of the family on, you know, with your ancestors, with your angels, with those that have, you know, passed before you in terms of just a more, I guess, in a traditional sense, like, you know, just those that have passed while you were here in this world, you know what I'm saying? So they're with the rest of the family. So there's like literally nothing that you can do at this point. I'm going to just say it that way, but also there's nothing that you can really do, I'm going to say, other than enjoy the presence of them at this point, you know. This came in, I think this energy came in more so on the 24th for me in particular. So a lot of you might also feel at this time the presence of your loved ones very strongly, which is so beautiful. So, you know, definitely enjoy that. You know, that's what I was saying with this last card, that I'm with the rest of the family. Like, rest today, enjoy the family, they're with you, cry it out if you have to cry it out. I actually sense crying right now. Like, I sense like there is somebody that just needs to just cry it out. There's somebody that just needs to, you know, just accept the fact that, you know, loved ones aren't here. And it's not a bad thing to cry in a quote unquote happy time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's human to miss somebody around the warmth of the holidays, you know, because what we're missing is more so like wanting their warmth back, you know. And right now there's a lot of people in this world, or especially in the States right now, that are going through cold, you know, coldness and cold temperatures, like extra, like more so like never before seen coldness, right? And what we have to do is we have to just believe in the genuine warmth of it all. And that's why I think spirit is way more around this time around than usual, because there has to be miracles, presented. There has to be mysteries presented. And that's not a negative way, but I meant to say in a masculine way. Mysteries are more masculine, I feel. What else? What else? What else? Yeah, I don't know. I'm like trying to think. All right, guys, I'm getting that I have to go now. So, just be you. That's all I could say. Just be you and be genuinely you. If you feel like crying, cry. If you don't, feel your feelings, genuinely be your feelings, but also know that you're in control of your feelings at all times. Just like you are in control of the quote unquote thoughts in your head. So don't ever think that, you don't have the control. This is the time to basically rein it in and call the shots, and discuss things with your divine guardian angels, your spirit guides, if you don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? So take care, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot for tuning in and enjoy the holidays. Bye.